So you finally got your baby sleeping through the night, and now all of a sudden, around 7, 8, 9 months old, your baby is waking up all the time again. Bedtime has become a huge struggle, and naps, like, what even is that? If this sounds like your situation, then stay tuned while we talk about the 7, 8, 9 month sleep regression. Now, yes, this regression can happen anytime between 7, 8, 9 months old. Generally, this one is caused by object permanence and also different milestones that your baby is hitting all at the same time. And on top of that, your baby could also be teething. So there is a lot going on in this range of time. So it doesn't have to be 7 months old and your baby hits the sleep regression. 8, 9 months old. It's not that entire time. It is a short window of time within the larger window. Does that make sense? So maybe your baby is 8 months old and they're learning to crawl and they're not sleeping very well and they're getting teeth, then it is a recipe kind of for a little bit of disaster, and that's okay. Let's talk about some of the other reasons why this sleep regression is going to happen. And one of the major culprits is object permanence. What is object permanence? Object permanence is where your baby learns that you still exist even though you're not in front of their face. Up until then, your baby did not understand that even though you are out of sight, you are not out of mind. So they did have that out of sight, out of mind experience in their brain. Now that they're getting older and their brain is further developing, they understand that when you walk away, that you still exist. They may protest when you walk away because, hi, you're their favorite person and they want you to stay. So this is also known as separation anxiety, but the scientific reason behind separation anxiety is object permanence. A great thing that you can do to help your child with this object permanence is playing games like peekaboo, or even that game where you have 3 cups and a ball underneath and you move the cup around and you find the ball under one of the cups. That is also helping your baby with object permanence. Another tip that you can do to help with this object permanence at bedtime is making your bedtime routine very slightly, only a little bit longer. So I'm talking about maybe 5 minutes. If your bedtime routine is 25 minutes, go ahead and stretch it to 30 minutes. Have some extra face-to-face time with your baby so that you are just kind of having that bonding time and they are not going to be surprised by you leaving. And that, my friends, is the next tip. When it is time to leave, just leave, okay? Don't linger, don't continue going back every 3 seconds. You need to give your child a chance to self-soothe. And honestly, this should be done throughout all day, every day, especially if you are home with your baby. You need to go step into the kitchen and say, Mommy's going into the kitchen, I'll be right back. If your baby lets out a cry, hate to say it, but just let them fuss for a minute. And then when you get back from doing the thing that you needed to do, say, yay, Mommy's back, and make a big deal that you are back and have a great little reunion hug and kiss. And that is also going to help with the separation anxiety. When it comes to the physical development of your child and sleep regressions, a lot of parents get really frustrated when they put their baby in the crib and then all they want to do is crawl around in the crib and yell and scream and play and make lots of noise and not sleep. This is not a cause for concern. It's actually par for the course. Your child is in a safe space where they know that they are going to be contained and they are safe and they know that they're in a safe space. So that is actually a perfect place for your child to practice crawling around or pulling to standing or whatever milestone they're meeting at that time. It's okay for them to kind of burn off some final energy before taking their nap or going down for the night, and you don't need to intervene. Give them time and space to do this. Even if that means you need to put them down for bed maybe 15 minutes earlier than you normally do, that's fine, because they need to have that time in the crib before being tired enough to go to sleep. This isn't a forever solution, it's just a right now solution while your child is going through this sleep regression. Now, teething doesn't always equal a sleep regression, but if it is happening at the same time as the actual sleep regression, then you can talk to your doctor about different comfort measures that you can give your child, such as ibuprofen. You can also make sure that you're giving your child some cold compresses to chew on throughout the day. I like to recommend those mesh pouches filled with ice chips, so that your child is getting their gums, they're gnawing on the ice chips, they're working their gums, and they're also kind of numbing them naturally with the ice. If you're going through this sleep regression with your baby and you're unsure of how to get through it, you can always set up a one-on-one consultation with me. Link is in the description box down below for a one-on-one consultation. However, if your baby already has independent sleep skills and you don't need to work on that part of it, you do need to make sure that you are sticking to your routines and sticking to your schedules. Now, if your child is not an independent sleeper, they need to be an independent sleeper, or this regression is going to never go away because they never were really sleeping well in the first place. Your child needs to learn how to fall asleep in the crib on their own, or they are not going to be able to connect their sleep cycles throughout the night. Now, of course, don't come at me. There's always the children who are rocked to sleep, put in the crib, and sleep all night long. That is generally not the reason why people are watching these videos, so leave it be. If your child is currently addicted to some sleep associations, then now is the perfect time to stop those sleep associations, like rocking, bouncing, swaying, walking, nursing, all the things to sleep, and then trying to transfer your kid into the crib. This is a great time to stop doing those things. Other things that you can do are making sure that you are putting your baby down on the floor. It is that simple. Let your baby practice those milestones on the floor. They don't need to be in a bouncer, they don't need to be in a walker, they don't need to be in a bumbo seat or a carrier or any of the things. Put your baby down on the floor, put some toys scattered around them, and let them practice those physical development skills that they oh so greatly want to learn how to do. This is also a great time to be thinking about if your child is taking 2 great naps a day and 1 little cat nap, so totaling 3 naps a day, it might be time to drop down to 2 naps. So keep that in mind if this sleep regression is still regressing, and you may need to have a little bit of a schedule shift by dropping that 3rd nap. As always, if you need help with getting through a sleep regression, or maybe you just weren't getting good sleep in the first place and now this regression on top of it is making things even worse, then reach out for a one-on-one consultation. I will put a link in the description box down below so you can check out the sleep consultation package. If your baby is still waking through the night and you end up having to nurse them back to sleep, but you are unsure if they are actually hungry or if they're just nursing for comfort, I have a brand new and improved hunger versus comfort guide in the description box down below. If you have the old version, then it is worth checking out the new version because there is so much more information in there to help you decipher if your baby is waking out of hunger or just needing some comfort. So grab that guide in the description box down below and keep blooming. Mwah.